We are back in the Pratt Pack Gym. Time to talk a little NBA basketball. John Babalik, longtime basketball coach from Eastern Ohio. He is at Casa de Emmanuel, where he works part-time as a mixologist. Old world recipes, authentic Italian recipes, and a sauce recipe that has been handed down through generations from the Yannis, the Ferrellos, and now in the capable hands of Lou Vellino, and they're amazing, amazing professionals. So listen, I'm going to take a little water for some hydration here. It's been a long day. And it's time to talk NBA. The playoffs are now down to the final two. They were there last year. First time you've ever had a rematch back-to-back in an NBA final in that great sports history. So let's talk about Cleveland and Golden State. John Babalik, Oracle Arena, Golden State, and of course Quicken Loans Arena. 67 wins during the regular season, 73 last year. The Cavs are 12-1 in the playoffs with a point differential nearly equal to Golden State's all-time best figure, and a high-power offense too. LeBron James, no argument, the best. Kevin Love, best hoop since he has been with Cleveland. Golden State's big three: Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green. Cleveland role players: Klay Thompson and Tristan Thompson. The Cavs seem rested and have ramped up the defense. Now, Indigola, the defense on James, MVP Finals, he got it a couple of years ago because he shut the great one down. But what can I say? Last year in the first two games, Cavs appeared to just not know what to do against the Warriors. Then they kind of regrouped and figured it out and got back to their up-tempo style, went on to win the title. Wild stuff, of course, last year. Draymond Green, body slams, kick to the groins. He got suspensions from it. It was a wild and woolly one. But what difference, as far as Kevin Durant, do you believe that's where we will make in the finals this year, since coming over to Golden State from OKC against Cleveland? Obviously, he and James know each other very well.
They certainly do. And Kevin Durant just adds another bit of offense to the Golden State team. Not that they needed any more, but it looks like it's going to be a series of up-tempo and a lot of points scored. I'd be awfully surprised if the game weren't in the 120s, 150 high teens for the course of the 7-game series.
John, just a thought about the Cavaliers' defense, which has been suspect, and go back to the mid part of the regular season, and obviously some health issues then, but they really have turned it on since. But how do you really know what defense is going to show up for Cleveland? We know they can score at will, but their defense is so suspect. How can that be with such talent like LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, and we mentioned Kevin Love? What's up with their defense?
Well, I think they got to, if they got to take a break, they're taking it on the defensive end, because I don't think they can get into foul trouble. Now, they did a lot to address the depth situation. I mean, they got some role players coming off the bench, but the other day, what was the Game 4, Game 5 in the Eastern Conference, LeBron had 4 fouls in the first half, and he gets 4 fouls in the first half against Golden State, and he can't play a significant amount of time. They could be in serious trouble. He's got to be on the floor.
Talk to me about Steph Curry, one of the greatest point guards ever, even though he's only been in the league for a few years.
I tell you what, the thing about Steph Curry is he plays within himself. He knows, everybody knows that the key to his game is to shoot the ball. He can shoot it off the dribble. He penetrates. He's got a wide variety of stuff going to the glass. Not a lot of people realize that. But he uses either hand. If you're watching, he can go to the hoop either hand. He throws it high off the window, spins it. He can do a variety of things going to the basket. And he's really, really talented. And one good thing about it, just like with LeBron, they make the other guys around them better, because the other teams have to concentrate themselves on guarding them, that the other guys are getting wide open look.
What makes LeBron James the best ever? He earlier said, look, Michael Jordan, as great as he was, he never faced the challenge that we have ahead of us as far as Golden State. I mean, I just mentioned Green, I mentioned Durant, and I obviously talked about Steph Curry moments ago. A lot of respect to Michael Jordan, but I have to agree with him. This is a very talented team, and he's in his 7th consecutive NBA final, and sure, he would like to eclipse Michael's all-time record as far as titles, but let's face it, that's going to be hard to do, and as far as those great Celtics teams, that'll probably never happen. But realistically, when you look at this guy from a basketball coach's point of view and a player, what makes him just the best in the game? Arguably the best ever, and you can throw in Kobe Bryant and others, and you still have to think LeBron is the king.
Well, first of all, he's 6'8", 6'9", 6'9", he weighs about 275, 280 pounds. And he can play point guard, he can play two guard, he can play a small forward, he can play a power forward, and he can play in the pivot if you need him. So the fact that he can play all five positions makes him a great player. Outside the fact, like I said, we stated before, he makes the people around him a lot better. And he certainly doesn't need any money from those guys, but you would certainly hope that they would take him to dinner once in a while so that they could play with him.
That sounds like a plan. Listen, thank you so much. Enjoy your night at Casa de Emmanuel. Always a great time to be had at Lou Valino's incredible establishment on the historic Mulberry Street in East Liverpool. John, have a good night.
Hey, you too, Robbie. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Good night from the Pratt Pack Gym.